Welcome to our garden. This week we've been eating by the God Monster. Actually, we eat every week by the God Monster. Garden Monster.
Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, okay, so the God Monster is basically our veggie patch. It's the garden itself that is the monster, and it's how it's consumed our lives during this very testing period in human history, because it's provided an incredible distraction, especially for the kids. They've not been in school now for, coming up 6 months since March. It's given them some routine. It's changed the routine from getting up early in the morning and getting ready for school to getting up in the morning, and now they've got chores to do. There's things that they need to do early in the morning. So it's provided us with a routine, and through that routine a distraction. And if you've read our Instagram, or my Instagram about page, what's important here is how we use the garden as their new classroom during this lockdown period, or this period where we've spent a lot of time at home. This is our classroom, and apart from the school studies that they're still doing online and stuff, we spend a lot of time back here as part of our distraction, but that's encouraged a lot of really interesting questions. And even when I was guiding, it's always kids that ask fundamentally the most basic questions, but often the most profound questions. Simple questions like, where do fruit come from? Or what's the processes rather that makes a tomato? So you can explain the whole cycle of flowers and pollination and fertility and pollinators and everything like that, which sets up a wonderful groundwork for bigger, more important conversations about birds and the bees later in life, because now you've set up a nice groundwork, a good foundation of knowledge, and that's important. And once you're in the garden, you start to understand this a little bit better, and that's, again, quite thankful for that. We've grown a lot of these, or we've grown all these vegetables organically without any chemicals as such. So obviously the kids are eating healthier, but over and above that, there's the gangster gardener, Ron Finley in Los Angeles. I'll link to his YouTube channel. He famously said in a TED talk, kids that grow kale will eat kale, and I cannot underestimate that, or undervalue that comment, because you just take Etienne for example, and he'll easily eat spinach straight out of the garden. And now when we cook spinach, it's seriously not an issue. The kids are eating everything. It's a wide variety diet, and it wasn't like that before the garden. So that little saying of kids that grow kale eat kale rings very, very true. To the point where, and this video is going to be a bit more of an update. The first video we did was what's growing in our veggie patch. This is sort of a follow-up on that, sort of what's currently growing in our veggie patch. So I'm going to walk you through of what we've currently got in the garden, and I'll put another list of everything that's growing in the garden at the moment. And I thought I'd do that now because it's a change of season in this part of the world, in Chigutu, Zimbabwe, which is quite central part of the country. And so a lot of my winter crops are going out. A lot of the brassicas, the spinaches and the cabbages and the kales and things, so specifically the lettuces, they're all starting to dwindle down a little bit now. And then I'm starting to get ready for, you'll see a time lapse now of a big bed that we're starting to, where the bush beans used to be. We're getting that ready. We're going to be growing maize there. We'll be doing the Three Sisters, which is an interesting thing that I've read, where it's maize, climbing beans and pumpkins there. And then we're getting, and there's obviously just in general getting the garden ready for summer. And so the update will include what we've got in the trays and just all around what's currently growing in the garden. Yeah, geez, I hope I can stitch this so it makes any sense. macadamia. Then these two are lychees. Then mulberries, 4 mulberries, and then the 2 avos there. But what's really nice is how these mulberries cuttings are already pushing flowers and fruit. Yeah, and with our strawberries, we're struggling to get a decent harvest. The kids keep on pinching them. And then our spinach has done really well this year. This is some Roma tomatoes. And then we've got some mustard greens. I'd really appreciate if anyone's got some recipes or just the ways we can prepare our mustard greens. I'd really appreciate that. We're struggling. We've got some good rosemary and thyme. And then our bush beans were so successful that we've decided to put in quite a lot of bush beans. Trying out some yellow beets, sweet corn as the summer starts coming on. Our lemon trees, we've got a lemon tree and an orange tree. I don't know which is which there at the moment. Trying asparagus, and then Nay chungering some carrots. Cutie pie. Guava, that's just a wild plant we found. We put it in a pot. Some more tomatoes. This is the money maker. Our eggplant. We've got 2 big fruit. The figs, surprisingly we've got 3 figs. The middle one is doing really well. Granadillas or passion fruits. And then the apple leafies, or what most of the world knows as gooseberries. And I would just like to thank everybody for the wonderful comments that we've been getting. I know it might not seem like it, but I'm not in front of the camera type person. So this feels very odd, standing early mornings filming myself like this. It's incredibly weird. The kids love it. They absolutely adore a little bit of attention. And it's done wonders for their confidence. Again, another benefit of the garden. Yeah, and I'd just like to thank everyone for all their support, and please carry on liking and subscribing to the channel. We appreciate it. Okay, cheers. Bye.